Rideau Station is one of the 3 downtown underground stations along O-Train Lines 1 and 3. This station is the deepest in the O-Train network, with the platforms reaching 26.5 meters below ground, a necessity to allow the tunnel to pass safely underneath the nearby Rideau Canal. This station is the busiest on the O-Train network due to its proximity to many tourist attractions, its connection to the CF Rideau Centre shopping mall, and its strategic location at the gateway to the historic Byward Market. As this station is located underground, station entrances are integrated into several surrounding buildings. The CF Rideau Centre features most of the entrances, available inside and outside of the shopping mall. One entrance is located on the exterior facade of the building at the corner of Sussex and Rideau Streets. 2 other entrances are located within the CF Rideau Centre, one on level 1 between Shoppers Drug Mart and Farm Boy, and the second next to GameStop and across from Tim Hortons, which is an accessible entrance via elevators to the concourse. The final entrance is located across the street at the corner of Rideau and William Streets and is integrated into the ground floor of a Scotiabank branch. The station's layout is such that the 2 entrances do not link at the concourse level without first having to pass through the fare gates. The main concourse as well as the station platforms are very impressive due to the soaring ceiling in the central section of the station's volume. This allows visitors the opportunity to watch arriving and departing trains from above and view the flow of passengers from a distance. At the platform level, located 26.5 meters below ground, the main color is blue, reflected in the accents on the walls at either end. Overall, Rideau Station is one of the true highlights of the Confederation Line. An interesting fact about the station is that it features the longest escalator in the Canadian transit system. It is approximately 35.3 meters in length and rises 15.8 meters, with 181 steps. This escalator can be accessed by either the CF Rideau Centre or the Sussex and Rideau entrances. In total, the station contains the most elevators and escalators on the O-Train, with a total of 18 escalators and 8 elevators. Here are some of the major points of interest within walking distance from Rideau Station. They include the Alexandra Bridge, the Byward Market, CF Rideau Centre, Chateau Laurier, Majors Hill Park, the National Gallery of Canada, the Rideau Canal, and the Senate of Canada building, among others. Let us start the tour at the CF Rideau Centre. It is the most popular and busiest shopping mall in the city and contains 180 stores and restaurants. It has had many anchor tenants over the years, such as Eden's, Sears, Hudson's Bay, with the former 2 having faded into retail history years ago. The mall is directly connected to the adjacent Westin Hotel, the Shaw Centre for Conventions, and the Hudson's Bay and Freeman Mall via an overhead walkway above Rideau Street. It has seen several expansions and renovations since its original opening in 1983, with the most recent having been completed in 2016. A rooftop terrace and garden can be found on the 4th floor of the mall. The mall has several large skylights and sparkling white quartz flooring. Even outside of business hours, the mall doors remain open for extended hours, as it is an important pedestrian throughway in this part of downtown Ottawa. Crossing Rideau Street and heading down William Street, we reach the Byward Market. The market is one of Canada's oldest and largest public markets. From restaurants to shops to artisans and more, it is home to over 600 businesses. Whether you're searching for live entertainment or a tasty restaurant, to finding fresh produce from the food stalls or meat, chicken, or fish, you are sure to find what you are looking for in the Byward Market. Spread over a general area of 4 city blocks, with several areas closed to vehicles, the Byward Market is a must-see and visit area of the City of Ottawa. Do not forget to check out the cozy courtyards hidden away near York and Sussex. Next is Sussex, home to the Embassy of the United States of America, the Notre Dame Cathedral, and the National Gallery of Canada. The National Gallery building opened in 1988 and is primarily made up of glass and granite, features 2 octagonal towers, and was designed by famed architect Mochi Safdie. It is stunning and hosts Canada's national art collection. After passing by the National Gallery and heading down towards the Ottawa River, the majestic Alexandra Bridge, originally named the Interprovincial Bridge, quickly comes into view. This bridge is a steel truss cantilever bridge built between 1898 and 1900 and was initially a rail crossing for trains and streetcars. This changed in the late 1950s when the bridge was upgraded to accommodate vehicle and pedestrian traffic. When the nearby Ottawa Union Station closed in 1966, the passage of trains over the bridge ended. To this day, it is the most used pedestrian interprovincial crossing, offering stunning views of downtown Ottawa and Parliament Hill. The central section is a paved lane for Ottawa-bound traffic. The east side is a metal steel grating for Gatineau-bound traffic, and the pedestrian extension on the west side is a wooden boardwalk. The Government of Canada has announced that this bridge has reached its end of life. It will be removed and replaced with a new bridge in the coming 10 years. Next is Kawiki Point, which at the time of this recording is closed for redevelopment. This elevated location provides stunning views of the Ottawa River, the city of Gatineau, the Alexandra Bridge, and Parliament Hill, among others. A statue of Samuel de Champlain can be found at the summit. Heading back up the escarpment, we arrive at Majors Hill Park, a stunning central park right in the middle of downtown Ottawa. It is the perfect place to rest, relax, have a picnic, enjoy the tulips in the spring, play some soccer, and just enjoy the great outdoors and the natural setting. With Parliament Hill located to the west, the Rideau Canal found in between, the Chateau Laurier boxing it to the south, and the National Gallery to the east, it is a popular intersection of many cultural and historic locations of the downtown region. Heading towards Rideau and Wellington Streets, we arrive at the historic Fairmont Chateau Laurier. Opened in 1912, this famous hotel was built by the Grand Trunk Railway, later to become CN Rail in 1923, along with Union Station located across the street. It is designed in a French Gothic Revival Chateau-esque style, to seamlessly blend with the nearby Parliament Building's Gothic Revival style. Since its opening, it was expanded in 1929 with an east wing, among other smaller additions in the years since. There is currently a proposal for a much larger expansion to be built along the rear that borders Majors Hill Park. The hotel currently holds 429 guest rooms and features several restaurants, office space, and small boutique shops. Interestingly to note, CBC Radio-Canada's local English and French radio stations had their home in the hotel from 1924 to 2004 on the 7th and 8th floors. Across the street from the hotel is the Senate of Canada building. Originally, it was Ottawa's Union Station, the central downtown train station for Ottawa until 1966. The city's main train station was then moved east on Tremblay Road near Riverside Drive. From 1966 till 2018, it was the Government Conference Centre and more recently became the temporary home of the Senate of Canada, while Parliament's Centre Block undergoes renovations and rehabilitation. Trains would reach the station along an alignment that is now occupied by Colonel By Drive and arrive in a rail yard in front of the current Westin Hotel and Shaw Centre. The building is currently the home of the Senate of Canada and has been completely renovated while maintaining the stunning architecture and design elements of the original train station. As it was built in conjunction with the Chateau Laurier, there is a connecting tunnel located under Wellington Street to travel between both buildings. However, the tunnel is no longer open to the public. Our final destination will be the UNESCO World Heritage Site of the Rideau Canal. The canal is a 202-kilometer-long passage that links the Ottawa River to the St. Lawrence River in Kingston. The portion in Ottawa, specifically between Parliament Hill and the Chateau Laurier, is among the most stunning visually. Featuring 8 water lift locks, boats can pass through the elevation change of 24 meters or 79 feet that exists between the canal and the river at this point. It takes around 30 to 45 minutes for a boat to pass through the various locks. Pedestrians can walk across the closed lock gates to the other side when they are closed. Parks Canada lock operators manually open and close the gates by utilizing manually operated cranks. The water level then raises or lowers depending on the direction of travel of the boats passing through. In the spring, the water spilling over the edges of the gates creates a beautiful water cascade from top to bottom. In addition to Rideau Station, the Rideau Canal can also be easily accessed from U-Ottawa and Dow's Lake stations. The Bytown Museum is Ottawa's oldest remaining stone building, providing an in-depth overview of the origins of Bytown and its subsequent development and growth into the city we know today as Ottawa. What you have just watched is merely a glimpse of what can be found near Rideau Station. If you are in the area, head on out and discover this treasure trove of sites to visit and enjoy. We hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to Railfans Canada so you do not miss our future content.